Hey everybody, I'm gonna play Power Wash. I'm probably not gonna be talking much. I just want to wash, and I just feel like I don't know, streaming it. Yeah, I guess the game came out, so I'm gonna get achievements. It's kind of neat. The audio seems kind of low. I'll bump that up a bit. Bum 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 bum. Huh. Is it just the one hand? Curious. I guess so. Hmm. There's just so much on this one spot. Quite frankly, I'm here for it. Ooh. Hmm. Do something real fast. Don't mind me. Whatever. boy. I'd ask how everyone's doing tonight, but I know no one's gonna watch this. But that's okay. This is more for me than it is anything else. Dang, I still made like no progress on this hand. That's kind of nuts. Maybe I should stop now and save it for last, so I actually know what everything is according to. Because like this isn't, yeah. Sorry about that. Got some dust in my throat. Now, what the higgity heck isn't clean on you? That's a couple things. It's probably the little crevices if I had to guess. Yeah. Okay. Um. What else is even dirty on this thing? I'm starting to get concerned that I'm missing something obvious. Okay, sure. Let's do this one because we're here. Why not? Not like I got anything better to do. Except sit here and power wash, baby. Hey, Sonia, how's it going? Getting all these achievements now. Wow. Okay. I think that right there was a testament to how bad my mouse pad is. Cool. Oh, the palm's its own thing. Neat. I guess I'll do this webbing next. Why not? I got left on the webbing? I don't really know. Nothing is glowing. Unless I'm missing something obvious. Like that, maybe. Nope. Huh. Alright. Huh. Now what the higgity heck is dirty on this thing? Sure. Some of this campfire. I guess this is the dig. I I like that I just drove my van out here. Also a dust torrent. No, that's a volcano. Never mind. Neat. Look at that. World building. Okay. All this really means is this giant fucking desert canyon is near suburbia. Because, like, that's where all the houses are. Because you can see the volcano from the houses, can't you? I'm asking nobody this, but it's okay. God, this world is fucked. Alright, here's my game theory for this game, right? So, global warming. That's it. This game should do, like, crossover stuff. That'd be kind of neat. Like, I don't know what the fuck. What's something they could do? What's a game that's kind of like having someone come in and power wash that area would be kind of neat. You know what? The Stanley Parable would be kind of cool. Like, the narrator's narrating as you, like, are washing the building or whatever. It could be, like, this giant commentary on, like, the sound effects in the game. Like, it'd be like, ding! And he'll be like, oh, washer, that was amazing. I'd be like, aw, thanks, man. The sound of that jet stream is just so satisfying. Like, this, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know how impossible that would actually be, but I'm into it. Well, thank God for Power Washer. I was pretty down in the dumps, but just life and things are happening. And I just kind of come here, and I'm just relaxed, I guess. It does take an edge off, like, in a weird way. It's weird, because it's just like work, right? Like, why would you be so, like, relaxed by doing, like, labor? But it's just, I think as humans, we're just very satisfied by a job well done. And this game is very good at showing you a job well done by, you know, the dinging and the things just being clean. Because power washing isn't this easy in real life. There's, like, a bunch of steps to it, and you gotta make sure, like, because, like, you know, I just blast this shit. There's no, like, consequence here. But, like, if you're power washing a garage and you blast it, you could, like, theoretically dent the garage if you go too hard. And that's, like, that's too much. I want a job where I can just clean things all day, though. That's, like, my dream job. Like, not like the janitor. Because, well, not a school janitor, anyway. I just don't want to be in a school building. It's just, kids stress me out. They're just, like... Kids are just annoying, right? It's just... Because for some reason, kids are always, like... Hey, you should, like, because like they when they find out I play video games a lot, they're like, oh my god, like, because my mom's been a nanny before. It's always like, oh my god, let's play this and this and this, and for the most part I don't mind. But then, like, I don't, like, go easy on kids in games because, like, you know, I feel like if I did that, then they'd be like, oh man, oh darn, guess you beat me, and they'd be like, yeah, I guess so. And like they wouldn't believe you, right? Because like, because clearly if I'm like, oh man, I play a lot of Super Smash Bros, they'll be like, oh okay, let's play, and then I'll beat them. And they'll be like, you said you play a lot of it, and it's less than they think. Like, oh man, you're like, it won't be as like, oh my god, you're like the cool guy that'll play games and like let us win, or like, and we'll end up like beating. It's always like, oh man, you're the guy that doesn't think that we could actually take you. Because like there's these two kids that my mom would nanny all the time, and like they were awesome. Like I have literally no real issues with them. But like every once in a while we play Smash Bros, and like I'd beat them, and they'd be like, oh man, but like it would like encourage them, right, to like try to beat me, and not just like, oh man, this sucks, I don't want to play against you. It's like, oh dang. Like in a way, like not to be like I'm great at Smash Bros or anything, I'm really not. But like to kids I am, I guess. They're like, oh my god, like you're my ceiling now. Like I have to reach you now. Like I become like in a weird way kind of like encouragement to like try to get better at it, and not just, I don't know. That's the way at least those kids seem to take it. I don't know. Some kids might play a game and it'll be like, oh man, this sucks, and then just not play anymore. All right, now where's my competitive power wash simulator? That's what I want. Not really. Do not add a fucking competitive thing to this game. It would just stress me out. I'm getting so sick of competitive games recently. Because, like, I just... I feel like I have to do well, or I'm letting other people down, I guess. So I get really sick of it, in a way. Because, like, I played Fall Guys, like, solo. And it's like, because now it's, like, free to play. I had it before. But it was like, oh, man. Like, that's... like just a fun little game, and I played it by myself. I'm like, oh man, this is fun. But then I'm like, oh, let's do like a squad show or like a duo show or whatever the fuck it was. And then like I got like more stressed out because I'm like, if I do bad, then my partner does bad. I'm like, that's just not. It's too much. It's just too much. I just want fun games to play, and there's not been many of those recently that I've been interested in, at least. Like I don't want competition. I just want to play a game, Don't know. I'm kind of sick of how everything has to have a competitiveness to it now, and nothing can just be fun anymore. Which is why I think this game is so nice, because I'm not competing against someone. I could literally take the next 3 hours of my life doing this one cleaning, and that'd be okay. There'd be no one to be like, man, this took too long. I guess since I'm streaming it, there would be, but I don't really care. No one's watching anyway, so who really cares? It's just nice, I don't have to stress out about nothing, which is why it's a good distressor. And you get the satisfaction of cleaning something with a simple like clean. Like it's cleaning something that's real in real life is not normally this satisfying. It can be. Like when you clean your room, like it feels good, right? Like it was never like, oh man, it's like he's even like when it was like, oh man, it sucks, I have to clean it, right? It was like, damn, it looks good though. Like being in the clean room after the fact is always nice, and that's cool. Like that's cool, he says. It's just like it's just a cool feeling. I need to clean my room. I could have done that instead of playing Power Wash Simulator, but whatever. As the title has, shown, I went into this stream in a not great mood. I am feeling better now, weirdly. Because one thing, going back to just the topic of video games, one thing I really like playing fighting games, right? But the thing is, right. The thing is, right, that I don't like playing them online at all. Like unless it's exclusively with like friends and we're exclusively just kind of gonna not take it seriously and mess around. Like it's like I don't like playing them online. Like a good example is Mortal Kombat. I just kind of enjoy simple, like, I like the feeling of punching the shit out of somebody as like, just having fun with it. But then like, like doing like cool little violent moves and all this other stuff. Like I'm never like the combo king or nothing. It's just cool and fun. But like you take it online, there's these people that just like it's just not fun to play. Especially like stuff. One game I like is Dragon Ball Fighters, and I used to try to play that online. There's an old video of it on like when I played the demo on this channel. But and like it was kind of fun to play it somewhat competitively, like back when nobody fucking knew what it was. But then once everyone started figuring out all the different techs and all the different characters, I just kind of got sick of playing it because it's just kind of like okay, everyone's, being super sweaty with their mains now. It's not as fun. Like I ended up not even like so like the two videos on the channel right about it are me playing as Kid Buu. And it's like, okay, like he's a Kid Buu main or something or whatever, like at least back then. After that demo, I just didn't like playing as Kid Buu anymore. And I just like wasn't good as him either. I'm like, dang. Either he got like super nerfed and like I was just, basically cheating, or I just or people are just getting better at the game. And it's probably the other one. Because the latter, whatever the fuck that. Damn. This shit's too high up. Is there even a ladder for this one? Curious. There's not. Weird. Does the funny glitch still work? Kinda. I'm sure I can make it work. I don't care. Not that it's hard to get on the back of this hand or nothing. But yeah. It's always a weird thing that I just really enjoy playing fighting games. I just really hate playing them competitively or even like somewhat seriously. Like I bought Guilty Gear Strive just because I thought like, oh man, this looks like cool and fun. Because like I've liked Guilty Gear stuff in the past. But I'm just like, even like facing bots, it feels like it's trying to be a competitive game, which isn't an issue. It's just not the way I like to play games. So I ended up refunding it because I spent $60 on a game I just don't like playing. And Steam was nice, and they gave me it back. And I'm like, thank you, Steam. And then I bought something stupid or whatever. Who fucking knows? Okay. But yeah. I don't know. I just wanna cry. But yeah. I don't know. I think I'm getting to the point in my life where I just don't even really like playing games all that much. Like, between, like, work and stuff. The issue, and I don't know, I guess I've kind of said this to them, so I could say it here and it doesn't really matter. They all play one game, and it's a game I just don't like very much. I don't hate it, because if I hated it, I probably just, like, wouldn't, well, if I disliked it as much as, like, I'll say it, like, when I'm playing it, I wouldn't be playing it. Like, I would simply just either completely ignore the game completely and just talk to them, or I would, like, not talk to them. I don't know. Not talking to them seems like a bit of an extreme reaction. But either way, they all play this one game. And the thing is, like, I like try so hard to like find other games to play. Like, they wouldn't even have to pay for. Like, I find like free games, and it's just like they don't want to. They're like, no, I'd rather just play this. And I'm sitting there like, but there's like other things we could do. But nope. And half the time, they'll just start playing and not even invite me, and I'm like, dang. Like, I know they know I don't like the game, but still, not being invited always hurts. Whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what else to talk about anymore. I've ranted about video games for the last 10 minutes. Hey, I see one viewer. That's kind of neat. Good to have you. Even if I know you in real life, good to have you. Man. What the higgity heck is dirty on this little fingy? Alright. Let's go find out, shall we? Ah, shit. Okay. Yo, fingy. Is it up here? Maybe? Possibly? Probably? Yeah, I'm alright. It's just been a very long day. Thank you for asking. I don't know. Thank you for asking. I mean, cool. It's just been a very, very long day. Well, I'm trying to think of a good way to respond to this because, like, in a weird way, I'm kind of good at the game that I don't like playing. I just want some variety. I don't really mind playing it every once in a while, but it's just the only thing. And I'm like, dude, like let's just play something else. Like I don't know. And every time you try to say let's play something else, they're just like, I don't really wanna. And it's like, but you know, if I ever am like, I don't really want to play this game, then it's like, oh, well then we'll just, you know, go on without you. And I'm like, okay. And I'm just, I don't know. I just want to play something else every once in a while. That's all it is. I don't know. I have, you know, other friends that'll play other things with me. It's just the mass majority of, I guess, the people I talk to just all do this one thing, and I'm like, eh. And I also get that people can't just like buy games all the time, but I'm not even asking for that. Just like, I don't know, let's find some crappy free game to play. Not even crappy, let's just try to find a free game to play. Like even if it's just for the night. Just some. But whatever. But yeah. But there are times I'm also not very good at it, and I'm just like, man, this makes me want to play it less. Yeah, I get that a lot, and I get that on a different level too. Of like back when I played Xbox all the time, it's like we should play this game. Like it's like, but why would we do that when we could just play the game we're rolling? Like that's basically this that we already all own. It's like because it's new. That's I'm probably not the same scale as I don't know. The point is, I just need to find more people to play with, so that way, when they're playing that game, I can go, hey, I'll play that. I'm in the mood for it right now. But if I'm like kind of not, and there's other people on, I can just go, hey, let's play something else. I don't know. Like I said, I still have people. Like I'm not like I hate me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like because I have people I can play other stuff with, and they're willing to play it with me, even if it's like, you know, whatever. Even if they end up not liking it at the end, but like I don't know. Look, I'm that person that looks up Jackbox Party Pack games on like Twitch just to join them, just so I can play something with somebody. Because sometimes it just really be like that. I don't know if I could somehow get a few more people like that actually like watch me. I'd love to like do like a Jackbox thing on this channel. That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool, actually. um, but whatevs. What the heck am I looking at? There we go. That's next, I guess. What am I doing? Boop. Yeah, exactly. It's just, dumb humor. It's like even like because obviously like it is somewhat funnier if like you got a bunch of friends, it's a bunch of inside jokes, and you're just having fun with it. But like I don't know, there's nothing wrong with just playing with a bunch of like semi strangers and playing stuff. Funny teehee meme humor or whatever. The only issue with Jackbox is the way that they sell their games, because like for every game, there's only like two good games. just to put it bluntly, at best you'll get one that has three good games, and because sometimes their games are just not that fun. Or sometimes the issue with their games is sometimes you have to be in the same room to play them, and it's like what the fuck. That don't make no sense. Why am I doing this like this? Yep. And they're like $40 too. And I'm like, because now I'm thinking about how Jackbox is set up. Because like, you get like 5 like kind of meh games for like $40, and to an extent I get it, right? Because you only gotta like only one person like has to own it. I don't even know what the bomb defusal one is. to be blunt with you. But yeah, like it's like you have to spend like $40. And it's like, it's for however many people you actually play with, and it's like technically you can split the price if whatever. Who cares? Anyway, it's like the question I have is like it's just so expensive to me. I don't know. Like it's clearly 1:30 a.m. where I'm at, and my brain is all over the place. But it's just like they expect you to pay like 40 to like 50. It's like anywhere from like 30 to like $50, right? And like like there's the classics, like you play Quiplash, you play like stuff like that, like Trivia Murder Party, which I don't actually ever like that much, but people do, so whatever, it's fine. Quiplash, TKO is great, but that's only like one of them. Just, I don't know. Guespionage is a pretty good one. But like you never see anyone talking about the stupid like, ship one where you're making like jokes out of like random sentences. Because like it's bad. Also that weird like Among Us type one with like the alien people. That one's like so close to being good. It's just if you're not actually like talking to the people, then it's kind of just eh. I'm kind of the same with Among Us, to be fair, though. Typing in Among Us is really just not good. I never had a good Among Us group, and that makes me upset. Because like I feel like I'd really like it if I had a good group of just people to play Among Us. I always found Fibbage kind of average. My favorite for a long time was the gallery. The gallery one. I cannot remember the gallery one. I'm sure it's a good one. I don't think I've ever actually played Fibbage. Like, I know, like, apparently it's a popular one. I don't think I've ever been a part of the group. It's like, yeah, let's play Fibbage, guys. And then there's the hidden gems that are funny every once in a while with like the rapping robots. Like sometimes that one's just dumb, and like it's like nothing's funny at all. But sometimes you have a good time with it, right? And it's good. I don't even know what's in any of the newer ones. I just haven't not been paying attention. Yeah, the robot one is very hit or miss. It's like sometimes you get like the funniest thing like you'll ever see in that game, and then sometimes it's just like I went upstairs and took a shower. I something superpower. It's like, oh, great. There's another one I'm trying to think of that I used to play a lot. I think I'm the same way. I don't think I've ever played one past 5. If I did play 6, it was very unremarkable. I think people are just getting sick of buying new Jackbox games every fucking 5 months. It really is that's what I call music of video games. But then again, what do I know about games? I just like really bad games. I found out. Like I was like, and I'm growing up. I'm like, I'm loving these games. I'm playing them all the time. And then like I grow up, and then literally everyone's like, dude, that game's bad. I'm like, what? And I'm just like, no, it's not bad. You're lying to me. Not that I let anyone's opinion actually persuade my opinion on like a game or anything, but like a good example is like Assassin's Creed. I I really liked the Assassin's Creed series up till Origins. Honestly, I did. I liked every Assassin's Creed up till Origins, and that's kind of like a weird opinion to have because Syndicate and Unity's in there, but I like Syndicate and Unity. Shen. I've never ever played Shenmue, but for some reason I feel like that game follows me around because I hear its name everywhere. But back to my rant about Assassin's Creed. I just like I don't know. I just really enjoyed it because as a kid I saw like when like I was at like the cool like older kid's house because like we were like family friends or whatever. He was playing like the first Assassin's Creed. I'm like, this is awesome. I was a very just as a kid, I thought violent video games were like the coolest thing ever for some reason. But it's also how I found out about anime, but that's beside the point. Anyway, he was like playing. I'm like, this is awesome. So one day when I was like, I finally had like an Xbox. This is like many years later, and I'm like, not many, but like this is years later, and like I have an Xbox 360, and my mom's like, all right, you can pick out any 2 games you want at GameStop because it was like my birthday or something, and I picked out. I forgot what the other one was, but one of them was Assassin's Creed Revelations, which if you know Assassin's Creed is the 4th game in the series, so I'm a little bit confused, but I really liked Assassin's Creed Revelations. Just to find out, like 5 years later, everyone fucking hates that game, and I'm like, what? That game is awesome. And then Assassin's Creed 3 came out like shortly after. Like I ended up buying that game. And I was like, dang, Mom, Christmas, I need Assassin's Creed 3. Because Smosh made a music video on it. And that was everything back then. I was like, this is it. This is the game I have to play. And I played so much Assassin's Creed 3. I think there's a chance it might be one of my most played Xbox 360 games. Just because it was one of the only games I owned. Because like back when you're younger, whenever you own games, it's like, hey, this is like the one I get to own for like a while. So like, you play it a lot more than you do other games. Well, the games you do nowadays anyway. And I'm just like, dang, this game's awesome. I think I 100%ed it. And like, people nowadays are starting to be like, Assassin's Creed 3 wasn't that good. And I'm sitting there like, what? People liked that one when I was... Like, you know what? I get the hate around Unity. I get the hate around Syndicate. No one even talks about Rogue, because I don't think people realize it exists. But, like... Why are people shitting on 3 now? Like, I get 4 is just better. But I'm gonna say it. Boat combat kind of sucks. Fair. God, the Wii U. I remember when I bought my Wii U. It was the first console I owned with an HDMI cord. And I was like, shit. I had to buy a new TV to play my Wii U. And it was like, I still have that TV. That TV is my computer monitor right now. As just to put that in perspective of how... I just realized that. That's kind of funny. But I'm just like... And all I did on that console for like an entire year... Well, not an entire year. Like, entire like 4 months was just play Wind Waker. Shout out. I still have that Wii U right there with my Legend of Zelda gamepad. Which is still cool. And I'm going to stand by that. But yeah, so yeah, I just played a bunch of Wind Waker. Eventually, I started playing Mario Kart was another one that I played a lot, obviously. I'm trying to think of anything else that was even on the Wii U that I played a shit ton before Smash Bros. Came out. Um, not a whole lot. Um, because I still had my Xbox at that point, so I was playing a lot of that because my friends were on Xbox too. So I go out of my way to play with them more than like random Wii U stuff. I own Nintendo Land, but quite frankly, if you don't have people that are willing to play Nintendo Land with you, then there's no point of playing Nintendo Land. I remember the other game I had. It was Lego Marvel Superheroes, the first one. I put so much fucking time into that game. It was unreal. I don't think I ever played a Lego game that much besides maybe like the complete saga of Star Wars. Because I had that on the Wii. What the fuck is this? How am I supposed to clean this? But yeah, the Wii U was a fucking... I'm gonna say, the Wii U games are good because they're games... The games on the Wii U were good. I'm not gonna pretend like the console didn't have its problems. I've never been able to get... I bought Lego Undercover on the Switch just because I was like, yeah, I'll try it. People like this one. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. Because like I generally like Lego games. I beat the Skywalker saga recently. But but yeah, I completely forgot what I was talking about before that. But anyway, I spent most of my time on my 3DS from Nintendo consoles. Yeah, fair. Um, that's right. The games on Wii U were good because half of them are on the like almost all the exclusives are on the Switch now. And it's just like, man, how does that work? It's because the gamepad was kind of annoying in a way. I never had that big of an issue of it, but I get where people are coming from. Yeah, I think I own like all the big Wii U releases though, because that's when I started making money. I remember specifically. I remember specifically. It was when Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U came out. I owned the 3DS and the Wii U one. I spent like all my birthday and Christmas money on like Nintendo stuff because I'm a child. Um, and I remember because they just started releasing DLC. No, I remember it was after Cloud came out, and I ended up getting a job. That was my first job. I think I was probably around 16 at that point, and I spent my first paycheck on all the Smash Bros. DLC I didn't get because I managed to convince my parents to give me the money for all the characters, but I didn't get any of the Mii costumes or the stages or anything. So I ended up just going back with my first paycheck ever in just buying all the Smash Bros. DLC. And quite frankly, I'm still proud of that purchase. Not on the 3DS though. I only own Mewtwo on the 3DS because that was like the pre-order bonus. Because I own both. I still own both. I have both the games still. I just don't play them anymore. Teehee. Um, but I've always been a Smash Bros. Person. One of my first games on the GameCube was Melee, and the GameCube was my first console. So yeah. And now there's Smash Ultimate, and I'm like a functioning adult, oh, more or less, with a steady income, and I'm like, ha ha ha. I just bought the season passes because I don't care which characters come out. I'll like them because they're in Smash Bros. Unlike everyone else on the internet that's like, oh my god, I can't believe they didn't add. I'm gonna be that guy. I've never understood the hype around Geno, and I guess it's because I never was like an SNES person. And I'm like, I'm kind of happy they didn't announce Geno in a weird way because I'm kind of happy that like these people don't get their obscure character from like 30 years ago. Because as much as it's like, oh, Pyra and Mithra, anime sword fighters, it's like, still kind of cool. I don't think I have an issue with any of the DLC in terms of just. I don't play Smash competitively. I know apparently Kazuya and Steve are broken right now. But I don't think I have any. I don't think. Like, I get why Byleth was disappointing. I do. Because it was like, oh, hey, it's a Fire Emblem character after 4 crossover characters. See, here's the thing. I would have fucking lost my shit if Dante was announced, though. Like, it's like for one thing, his hype was kind of absurd for people going, why has it got to be another sword fighter? But you're asking for Dante? I get why people are upset with like Nintendo characters when they get announced. That's fair. Um, like I get like Min Min wasn't hype, even though like Arms wasn't in the game, but whatever. Arms kind of sucks anyway. Hot take. Like I get why people are upset about Min Min. I get people are upset about Byleth. I get why people are upset about Pyramithra, but I think they were one of the cooler ones. I saw the. I think that's all the first party DLC. I say I get why people are upset, but I own a Byleth and Min Min amiibo, so whatever. Um, but I mean, those were never going to be as hype as like a Banjo Kazooie or like a Steve Minecraft. I'm so upset because I'm a big Persona fan because of course I am. Because I bought a PlayStation and I was like, I need a game, and then Persona 5 popped up. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I went down a rabbit hole I'll never be able to escape. But it like every DLC announcement that I would have like lost my shit for, right? I just didn't know it was happening, so I didn't watch it. Like Joker, like I would have fucking lost my mind if I saw that shit fresh, but I woke up the next morning and some of my friends like, "Oh my god, dude, did you see Joker?" And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, he's like, "You see Joker in Smash Bros?" I'm like, "What?" And then I went on the website. I'm like, "Oh, I missed this." And then the next time it happened was fucking Sephiroth, and I love Final Fantasy VII. I ended up retroactively playing it because I never like owned the consoles it was on. But I just like RPGs like that and stuff. But anyway, I was like Sephiroth. I would have fucking lost my mind if I saw that if I heard the burnt 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 like. But I didn't know because I watched the Game Awards the year before, right? Nothing was announced. I'm like, okay, whatever. They're not doing it again. So I don't watch the next Game Awards because Game Awards kind of suck. And they fucking announce a character, and I'm like, well, I learned about the next day from like an Alpha Rad video or something. I'm just like, well, whatever. I didn't miss anyone else. I think I watched the reveal of every other character except for Piranha Plant. I didn't watch that one live, but I didn't get spoiled by it either. I had a blind reaction to Piranha Plant, the best character in the game, and I stand by that. I'm just not even focusing on Power Wash. It's fine. I guess you don't really need to. I'm gonna say it though, because I keep reading the Bayonetta's already in it over and over. It when Bayonetta got announced, I don't, I don't, I was like weirdly hype, even though I've never played a Bayonetta game at that point. I'm just like, oh my god, I knew who she was because I on the internet, and I'm like, oh, that's like really cool, and like, I'm excited about that. But I was like, why am I excited about that? I don't know who the fuck. I don't know anything about her other than she's just a witch. But then I ended up playing Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 after she came out, and I was like, hey, I like them. I'm gonna play Bayonetta 3 when it comes out. Maybe not when it comes out, but like soon after. Don't know what that was about. Okay. The point is, if you couldn't tell, I'm very passionate about video games. Even like on the note of like she's like from a more mature series, I think it's more just like for me anyway. It's like, oh my god, it's like this is because like Ryu and Cloud were already in it, and it's like they were kind of proof that that like I don't, and it was kind of like, oh man, like it's kind of cool. We got some big name third parties, but Bayonetta was not really big name, so it kind of proved, hey, anyone is possible, and like that's really fucking cool. Because like up to that point, all the third parties had been like kind of big name people. Even if I think they said in interviews like they had no idea Cloud was popular until the Smash Bros thing, and it's like, how'd you not know Cloud was popular? I just realized I'm on the wrong nozzle. But yeah, like Ryu, Cloud, and then it's like this is our final DLC, and it's like, but we need to advertise a Fire Emblem. Here's Corrin. And you know what? I have nothing against Corrin. Just kind of an unoffensive addition to the game. I liked Fates. I said it. It's not as good as Awakening. I know that. I still had fun with it. The True Path is really funny because you just get way more units than you'll ever need. Yeah, but also going back on the note of like it's a more mature character because like in my eyes we already got that with Snake. It was never like, oh my god, like this is where Smash Bros starts inviting like serious people, because like Snake was always that for me, even though they got rid of him. I mean, not anymore, bitch. Woo! I have his amiibo now too. But I don't know. That is Kazuya. That's it, really. That's the only other mature one. I kind of Joker. I guess Castlevania is a bit older too. I won't say it's like mature. Um, I don't know. I'm surprised we didn't get a Monster Hunter character. I'm not upset about it. I don't play Monster Hunter at all. I'm just really surprised we didn't get one. I thought for sure that was going to happen. I'm also surprised they didn't do Crash or anything. People fucking want Crash bad. I like Crash. I play Crash games. But yeah, sorry, I was reading the true thing. What you said. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, Crash. I like Crash a lot. Reading Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in the year 2022. Um, but I just didn't like Infinite for some reason. I like 3 a lot. I just have fun with it. Again, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about how I like fighting games, but not competitively. I like playing fighting games, but 3 is very much like a, hey, you get to play against someone, and it's just not fun. But, one day I'm going to finish my thought on Crash, but who knows. But, yeah, Crash Bandicoot. I would have loved if he was in Smash Bros. I enjoy Crash. I played Crash games. I can't ever say I've been, like, a serious Crash fan, though. I get why people want him. I want him, too. It'd be cool to see him. But, like, the Crash games I play were not the ones that other people play. I almost exclusively played his racing games, to put in perspective, I guess. And I enjoyed them quite a bit. There's nothing really more to that statement, I guess. I just enjoy playing Crash racing games. I liked the shitty Crash Tag Team Racing on GameCube, because I thought fusing with another car was cool, even if the game was kind of bad. Because that's all that mattered to me as a kid is one cool gimmick. I also had Crash Nitro Kart. And that game was hard. So I never beat it. But I still enjoyed it. Exactly. I mean, I will never be it. Like, if someone comes up to me and like I'm like, oh man, I think this game's kind of bad, but then people are like, I like it. I'm like, cool, that's cool. You're allowed to like stuff that I don't personally enjoy, and it's like one of those things where it's like I don't think people understand that as much nowadays. That other people have opinions too. Because like yeah, like Crash Twin Sanity, I can't be like, oh man, it's a good game. Those people are wrong. Like, but if it's good to you, then they are wrong to you. Like it's kind of like just refreshing in a way, I guess, because it's like, hey, I don't know. I have no idea what I was about to say right there. Because like Crash Tag Team Racing, that game, I still think I'd have a good time if I played it again. Honestly, I enjoyed that game that much. Like, yes, I know it's not like it's not an in-depth, it's not hard. I don't understand the mentality these days where games have to be hard. Why can't you just enjoy playing an easy game? Like, yes, I don't think a game should be completely devoid of challenge, but I think like the super hard stuff should be optional. Like, if you want to make a hard game, that's cool too. I love Cuphead. I suck at it, and I've never like actually beaten it, but I love it. I don't know if I'm gonna play the DLC or not yet. But it's just this mentality now that for some reason, if a game's easy, it's bad. I agree that if a game is practically playing itself, that it's not great. But, you know, like it's one thing where it's like, oh man, it's not that hard. Another thing where it's like, oh man, I literally am not even playing a game. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 is another example. As you can tell, I play a lot of games all over the fucking place. Kingdom Hearts 3. I liked that game. I thought it was a good time. I can agree that there's a bit too many cutscenes at times, but I had fun with it. And like people are like, this game's not nearly as good. I'm like, okay. Like I also kind of agree the attractions get a bit annoying and Donald needs to shut the fuck up about ingredients. Like, but I still like it. I don't know. There's also the weird stigma now that people like if you have a single negative opinion on a game, that means you hate the game. It's like, no. You should be able to criticize the games you love without people thinking you hate them for some reason. Like for example, um the one game I haven't talked about yet that's been a big influence on my life because I like Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, thank you. Let me hear all we. It's I know it's not. I acknowledge it's not a good game series. I fucking love that blue bastard. I love playing his games. Like I was saying before, games that play themselves I have issue with, like Forces a little bit. But I still played Forces. I didn't hate the experience. I retroactively kind of don't like the game as much because I'm like, I have no want to go back to it. I'm hoping Frontiers is good. I have no optimism for it though. It's just like, eh. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it'll be a good, fun Sonic game to play. If it's bad, it'll be another Sonic game to play. All right. I really didn't think this hand would take this long, but this inner part's very annoying. Also, I'm ranting a lot, which I don't have an actual issue with. It's just one of the reasons, I guess. I like ranting. I have fun ranting about games. Another game I'm kind of weirdly excited for, even though I have no idea if it's going to be good or not. Saints Row, the new one, because it's just called Saints Row for some reason. Because that's what everything has to do nowadays. And I kind of hate that they do that. But whatever. Um, I really... I'm the weird person of... I don't dislike any Saints Row game. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. You are exactly right. You do like crappy games. No. But yeah, Saints Row. I don't think there's a bad one. People really fucking don't like 4. And I kind of get it. Like, it is just not what the series is about. But I kind of fucking love that game. I've 100% completed Saints Row 4 3 times. I just think it's super fucking fun to play. It's where the fucking eagle gimmick came from for my, like, bullshit. Like, because I my because it my early footage of me like kind of being like an eagle guy, like as like my weird mascot-esque thing. That's how I brand myself in most games these days anyway. It started in Saints Row and then I just kind of copied it into GTA. But then it's like it's easier to explain to people. It's like, yeah, it's just the outfit I wore in GTA and now I kind of just use it as like my gimmick in a way, like as my like as like my style, I guess. But it's hard to say. Yeah, I made a really fucking stupid character in Saints Row 4. And I kind of just recreated him in GTA that one time. And then Get Out of Hell, that game, not the best story-wise. I think it's funny. I don't... I'm not going to go back to it for its story or nothing. Has the best flying controls in any game I've ever played. And I'm like, how the fuck does this game have that? What webbing's still dirty? Ooh, that one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I literally just play the Get Out of Hell Saints Row thing just to fly around though, because it's just that fucking. It's just so fun to play. I'm like, why is this the game? Its combat's fine. It's just Saints Row 4 combat again, and obviously I don't hate that. But you know, I'm optimistic about the new Saints Row. Is the point of this rant? But I'm not gonna get my hopes up that it'll be like, because obviously they're somewhat rebooting the series, which they kind of had to do. To be fair, this isn't like a mark on them being like they got rid of the storyline I like. It's kind of just like, darn, what is dirty on this thing? I don't understand. There we go. Sure. Um, I don't know. I play a lot of games is the point. What's, oh. Because I just really like games, and I don't go out a lot because I don't get invited out a lot. But that's okay. It's probably because I don't drink, even though I'm a 23-year-old man. It's also because the place I live is boring as shit, and I want to move really bad. But that's expensive. And now I just play Power Wash Simulator. Which is the best game ever created by man. Is it really? No. But it's pretty fucking good. 1.0 came out. That's pretty cool. I've been on a real nostalgia kick recently, though. Oh. Yeah, I relate to that. Because like I talk, because my coworkers where I work, all of them drink, like a lot, and like I think they get confused because I've same. Um, but I think they get confused because I look like I'd be like a stoner or like an alcoholic, but I don't do anything. Not even just alcoholic, but just someone that drinks like a good like everyone's like drinks, and I'm like I just don't, and they're like you're straight edge. I'm like yeah, and they find it like hard to believe because just my general way I tend to dress and look, which I don't think I look bad or nothing. It's just I look like someone who'd smoke pot. Like I'm not even gonna try to deny it. And the fact that I don't confuses people, and it's kind of funny, honestly. I don't know, but they don't dislike me because I don't drink, so it's pretty cool. I've had one of the underage people ask me to buy them alcohol, and I'm like, nope. As much as I'd like to commit a crime for this person I work with on like Tuesdays, I'm not gonna. Guy's got one dirty ass hand. Imagine if washing your hands took this fucking long. This stream's been going on for like an hour and a half now. Hitting the ground do anything? No. It'd be kind of cool if it did though. Uh, my friend that said they're going to bed just got back on Discord. Uh-oh. That's fine. I is a dirty ass hand. What do all the cool YouTubers do? Boom! Look, I'm a cool YouTuber now. Bam! Call myself a YouTuber. Jesus. Uh. I completely understand. I honestly do. Hold on, I know how to fix this. Boom. Now I'm edgy. Uh, fucking hell. Truly, I am a man of the people. Uh, the fact that there's all these little specks around makes me very afraid that I'm gonna have to go back and like wash through all of this. Okay, we'll see what happens. Maybe this will be just a really generous ding. Hmm. I I feel like in an alternate universe, I would be that person that has 4,000 hours in Rocket League. Because, like, it just almost seems like the perfect competitive game for me. Because it's one of those games, if you don't take it seriously, no one would be able to tell. Because it's just funny little RC cars running, knocking into a ball. As long as you're kind of ramming into the ball, I think people think you're taking it seriously. Sit in the goal every once in a while. You can be that one person that plays with a keyboard instead of a controller. And just really just truly suffer. Also, exactly. To be fair, when you're playing Rocket League with friends, unless like they're like, we're gonna try to do this professionally, like they'll, as long as you're kind of just laughing and having a good time, it's kind of alright. I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of esport, you know? Yeah, I kind of esport. Um, I, you see that, right? That bush phasing in and out of existence. Okay. Okay then. Um, sure. It's cursed. My cursed copy of Power Wash Simulator. I got my copy of Power Wash Simulator at a garage sale. I put the disc into my computer, and when it turned on, the tumbleweed started phasing in and out of existence. I peed my pants. just so close to being done. I'm so close. We're almost there. I'm gonna have to go through and clean all these tiny little specks, aren't I? Woo! I don't even know if there's anything after this one. There probably is. I don't feel like it doesn't sound like them to add one new map and be like, all right, bye. See you, man. Thanks for hanging out. I was probably gonna end it after this wash anyway. Night. Now if I ever get this wash done. Okay. We got this. Just run around cleaning specks. Do I just get a stone cleaner and just run around? Are you kidding me? There's gotta be something big I'm missing, right? Like I'm the wrong one. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of stuff down here. Okay, you know what? We tried. Oh shit. I opened the Steam page by accident. I hit tab while sprinting. The ultimate mistake. I'm gonna say it. I think they could have thought of a better button combination than shift and tab. Because I feel like those are two things commonly used in video games. Oh my god. It won't ding! What am I missing here? There's gotta be something that I'm just missing, because I don't think it cared about all these little tiny fucking whiny bitches. Oh, see? Perfect. Boom. I look out upon my disappearing tumbleweeds, and I think to myself, damn. Anyway. There I am, Gary. There I am. I kind of wish they did that from the other side. But whatever. Is there another mission? I'm not going to do it if there is. Ooh. Let's just look at it. We're not going to do it. What's my next little mission look like? Look at this little fucking town. Man, this fucking fancy spancy. There's the volcano. Also, I like this scaffolding too. Why does this feel like the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC maps? Like their art style. You know? Cool. I guess I will wash this. Maybe next time. Who? You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'll do this on stream if this stream gets 2 likes. If that doesn't happen, I might do it anyway. Anyway, good night, everybody. Anyone that's retroactively watching this anyway. Y'all have a good night, good morning, good afternoon. I don't really care which one, to be honest. A good something. I will see you all next time. Goodbye. No, I'll see you all hopefully again.